we're paying tribute to the state of Ohio. And that chat is better known for the Ohio State University. Now, anyone who grew up in Columbus, Ohio knows that Ohio State has put us on the map. So we have to pay tribute to them. But we'll also talk about one of our favorite childhood gatherings is the Ohio State Fair. And I cannot go on camera without giving a big shout out to my Bobcats, the Ohio University out of Athens, Ohio. You will not want to miss this information, so please stay tuned. We're talking about staples in the state of Ohio. Now, I fortunately had the opportunity of attending the first university in Ohio, the Ohio University out of Athens, Ohio. Don't let Ohio State fool you. But we are the first university, but we're also known for something bigger and better. We're known as the #1 party school, not because of it being anything different than any other college, but we do have a lot of bars located in close proximity of one another. So giving you a little update as to why we're known as the party school. Now, Anheuser-Busch was also a company that was moved to Columbus, Ohio, or I should say they added a distribution in Columbus, Ohio in the 1950s and 60s. And many of our family members had the opportunity of working for them. We always want to give a shout out to companies that provided some type of grassroots to the state of Ohio. And we want to continue to give applause to the men who provided us with one of my favorite drinks, Budweiser. Another staple that many of us are familiar with from our childhood is the Ohio State Fair. Now, one of the things that I would enjoy doing on an annual basis when I attend the Ohio State Fair is I would always leave with either some donuts or some funnel cakes. So one day last Christmas, I was yearning for a funnel cake, and I had no idea how to make one. So I went online and I researched how to do it. I went to the store, bought all the ingredients, and in the beginning of this year, I started making funnel cakes. Well, this past Saturday, I had a Ydecorate lab, and I taught the ladies how to make funnel cakes. Not only are they very easy to make, they're very inexpensive to make. And honestly, you will walk away being a rock star at your event because people will really think there's a lot involved when creating a funnel cake. So let's get started. I'm going to give you some basic ingredients, and we'll also have them listed on the video for you to write down. But it only requires simple 6 ingredients. You're talking about 3 eggs, 2 cups of milk, half a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 cup of sugar, as well as 2 tablespoons of baking powder. You put all of these things together, of course mixing the dry with the wet. And I'm not going to do this because I've completed all of it already, and I want to be able to illustrate it for you live so that you can see actually how you pour it in and walk you through the process, because I'm telling you, baby, a funnel cake is something we should have always been making because they're that simple and that inexpensive and so great to taste. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned for how to make the funnel cake. Now we're making funnel cakes, as I mentioned before. We already know the ingredients that it requires to make the batter. And now it's time for us to put it in the grease. Normally use a black iron skillet to make it a little more crispier and preserves the grease a little better. You're going to pour it a little slow and sturdy, but don't disconnect the batter. So keep pouring. I like to try to start out with it being a little aggressive, and then it's going to start cooking pretty fast. You make a circle, and then you start filling in the circle with your little S's. Now make sure you connect it so that it doesn't look weird when it gets done. Now I'm making a small one just as an example. It only takes about a minute and a half based on how you like your funnel cakes. Some like them a little harder. I know my cousin likes hers, as she calls it, overcooked. As I said before, let it fry a little bit. You'll start seeing it brown. Now we can't wait until the fair in order to make this, right? Because it's so simple. I told you how easy it is to make, as well as inexpensive. So let's try this summer with our children and our grandchildren. They will love you for it, I promise. Now it's getting brown. It's time to get ready to flip it. It's that simple and easy. See how I flipped that? Look how pretty that is. Look how easy that is. Can you believe we pay $10 and stand in a line for an hour to do something like this? You know they're laughing at us, don't you? Come on, America. We got to get better at knowing the basics. I learned it. I know if I can learn it, you can learn it. That's why I'm teaching it to you. This was such a hit Saturday. I'm so proud of it. Now the finishing product, of course, as I said before, it only takes about a minute and a half. You see it's golden brown to my liking. I take it out, put it in some form. I'm going to shake the grease off. Forgot about that part. We don't want a greasy one. Put it in some type of aluminum pan. And then of course you can put some powdered sugar on top. And some people even like to go as far as putting some form of a fruit or some form of whipped cream. Finished product, so that you can see how pretty it turns out and how great it tastes. I'm telling you, we've been robbed. Don't wait for the fair. This has been Rita, your hostess expert, and I'll see you next time.
Midwest respect the flow. Midwest respect the flow. Ohio.